should be 1... Oh God, what have I done? Who's ready to do some math? Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. A couple months ago, I uploaded a video in which I took the British GCSE Higher Maths test. And it was a wild success. You guys seemed to really like it, but there was one comment that I seemed to get more than any other.
Please take an A-level.
Just take an A-level already.
So why not? Here I am to take the A-level. If you're unaware, the A-level is the test that British students take after the GCSEs. You have to elect and choose to take an A-level, and it's basically like upper level maths to get into college. You can use the certification if you pass to get into college. Now there's multiple A-levels for math. There's the C1, which I'm taking right now, which is the first one, the advanced subsidiary, and then there's the C2, the C3, the C4. They get harder and harder as you go. Now depending on if I pass this, if I bomb it, maybe I'll take the next ones. Depends on if you guys want to see that from me. Same thing as before. We're going to be having a timer here. Why am I taking this? I did grow up in an American educational system, and I'm the owner of a bachelor's of math with a concentration in statistics and operations research with an MSc, a master's in actuarial science. So hopefully this is easy for me, but maybe not. I smashed through the GCSE, but A-levels, a bit scary. Let's write the name on the paper here. Name, Edinger, other names, Evan. You know, we're gonna write Big Boy. No one's ever called me Big Boy, but you know what? Today's the day. Center number 420, candidate number 69. We're mature, we're doing it just like last time. You must have mathematical formulae and statistical tables. Pink. I'm gonna do it without that. This is a non-calculator, and I'm gonna try and do it without the stats table, because I hopefully will pull those out. I don't know what I'm expecting. There's gonna be everything in here.
And big thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring today's video. You'll hear more about them in the middle of the video.
So without further ado, let's go. Okay, okay, it's double-sided paper here. Simplify. Square root of 48 minus 6 over square root of 3. Write your answer in forms of a squared 3, where a is an integer to be found. So I like to write out everything. Square root of 48 minus 6 over square root of 3 equals square root of 16 times square root of 3. And we're going to do minus 6 over square root of 3. All right, so that's just 4 times square root 3 minus 6 over square root 3. We have to have it in the form of a square root 3. Let's try and do this as quickly as possible. What if we multiply both sides by square root 3? Then we get 4 times 3 minus 6. Wait, really? Oh, 6 over... Oh, I just multiplied the top and bottom of this one by square root 3, which is totally allowed. So that means we're still doing this, which means we have 12 minus 6 over square root 3. We have to get the answer in just looking like that, which means I'm going to multiply square root of 3 by both of them, which means we have 12 square root 3 minus 6. I'm going to multiply square root 3 by them again, and then we get 12 times 3 minus... What am I doing? This is number 1. This one's stupidly easy. What am I doing? A squared 3, where a is an integer to be found. We have square root of 48. We got that, which is 4. Okay, I'm going to just... Whatever. Shizu. Square root of 48 equals 4 times square root 3. So we know that much. So we have 4 square root 3 minus 6 over square root 3. And we just want to get it in a square root 3. So we just want everything... So multiply the top and bottom of this by square root 3. Let's leave it. 4 square root 3 minus 6 square root 3 over square root 3 times square root 3. Right? And that will... Oh my god, I did it. Okay. 4 square root 3 minus 6 square root 3 over 3. And that just becomes... 2. So we have 4 square root 3 minus 2 square root 3, which is 2 square root 3. So a equals 2. I've done this totally wrong. I've totally butchered this, haven't I? I don't think that's the right answer. Is it? So multiply the top and bottom of this by square root of 3 over 3? I mean, yeah, this makes sense. I think this might be it. I'm going to box this answer, put it in as... I know that you guys don't want me to write on the line. I don't know what you're talking about this line. Whatever. I boxed it. Okay, I'm the vigilator. Okay, solve the equation. Here we go. 3 to the 6x minus 3 power equals 81. Find it as a rational number. Okay, 3 points here. I'm gonna do this as fast as I can. 81 is equal to 3 to the 4th, because 3, 3, 3, 3. So that means that 3 to the 6x minus 3 is equal to 3 to the 4th, which means 6x minus 3 is equal to 4, which means 6x is equal to 7, which means x is equal to 7/6. And now if we know it's 7/6, it says rational number. It looks pretty rational to me. I can't remember x equals, and it's 1.167. Roughly, you know, we're a little one of these. Gosh, I know this is the right answer. Which one's rational? Gosh, I don't have time for this. We gotta move on. That's the one. Okay, question 1. Finished. Okay, we're successful today. With 4 minutes on the first one, I'm so sorry. It's A-levels. It's more difficult. Given that y equals 3 squared x minus 6x plus 4, given that x is greater than 0, find the integral. Okay, there's calculus in A-levels. Let's do it. Find the integral of y dx, simplifying each term. So 3, I like to write this as x to the 1/2. Oh, did I write negative 1/2? No. Just x to the 1/2 power minus 6x plus 4 dx. What would this be? 3x to the 1/2 would have been, it would have been x to the 3/2. And then if we just do 2/3 of that, it would have been 2, right? Yeah, I think it would have been 2x, because when you multiply that through, you would get 3x. Yes. Oh my God, my pen. Minus, so this would have been x squared, which means this would have been 3x squared plus 4x plus c. Don't forget the c. So, oh, that's it. Simplifying each term. I don't think I have to. So the correct answer for A is y dx equals 2x to the 3/2 power minus 3x squared plus 4x plus c. And let's just check. I like to check. 3x to the 1/2, correct. Negative 6x, correct. Plus 4, correct. C, don't care. Next is bi. Find dy dx. Okay, that's derivative is much easier in my opinion. So let's go for y equals. All right, so y equals 3 squared x minus 6x plus 4. So that means that dy dx is equal to, let's just write this as 3x to the 1/2. Like I said, helps me. 3/2 x to the negative 1/2 minus 6. That's it. That's correct answer. And we're going to box that. We box it. We don't put it on the line. Hence, find the value of x such that dy dx equals 0. So we're just going to do, for B2, we know that 3/2 x to the negative 1/2 minus 6 equals 0, which means 3/2 x to the negative 1/2 equals 6, which means x to the negative 1/2 equals 4. So let's write this out. 1 over square root x equals 4. I'm going to take the reciprocal of both sides, which gives me square root x equals 1 over 4. And let's square both sides. X equals 1/16. Final answer. All right. Hence find the value. Yes. And that's it. 3. F of x equals x squared minus 10x plus 23. Express f of x in the form x plus a squared plus b, where a and b are constants to be found. Okay, this is easy. This is like unfoiling a foilable thing. So let's write it out. F of x, right, f of x equals x squared minus 10x plus 23. We know that for a fact. Also, let's pretend the 23 doesn't exist and just do, oh, easy. X minus 5 squared, because that would give me that, and that's going to give me plus 25, so if we minus 2, we get plus 23. So this is another way of writing it. Perfect. And it says a and b are constants to be found. A is a equals negative 5, and b equals, is it negative 2 plus b? So b equals negative 2. Final answer? Boxed. The American way. Okay, my invigilator is me. B, hence or otherwise find the exact solutions to the equation x squared minus 10x. Oh no. Okay. This is easy. This is some algebra 2 level stuff right now. It's not just 5 minus, I'm going to have to use the quadratic formula, which is somewhere in the confines of my mind. I know it's b squared minus 4ac. There's a square root. There's a plus or minus. It's over 2a. There's something in the front. We're going to write what we know. I know it's plus or minus b squared minus 4ac, because I'm pretty sure that's the determinant. 4ac. Divide that by 2a. What's in the front? It's not a. It's a b. It's a negative b plus or minus square root b plus or minus. It's one of those. Is it negative? Is it positive? I'm going to try negative. I feel like I would remember if it was a positive. Okay, we're just going to try that. What's a? A equals 1, b equals negative 10, c equals 23. So the answer is going to be negative 10, negative 10, which is plus 10. So we have plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 100, minus 4ac, 4 times 23 times 1. 4 times 23 is 92, so 92, all over 2a. A is always 1, isn't it? It's always nice x squared. So what we get then is 10 plus or minus the square root of 8 over 2, fancy, which then is equal to 10 plus or minus 2 square root 2 over 2. We can pull 2's out, which is equal to 5 plus or minus square root 2. I think that's correct. There's 2 solutions, and so one solution is 5 minus square root 2, and the other solution is 5 plus square root 2. And these are the answers. X equals, we're going to box this up. Beautiful box. They're going to be like, he used a ruler. He didn't. Use your answer for part B to find, to find the solution to y minus, Okay, I'm out of room here. So if y is wait, oh, it's y minus 10, y to the 0.5. Don't do that to me. Just put 1/2, you dingus. What? Plus 23. This looks like the last one. What's the difference here? Y x squared. Y to the 0.5 x. Y looks like it's just x squared. The other one is literally just x squared. So I believe if you substitute y in, would you take the square root? Would you take the square root of this? Y equals x squared. Oh, so y equals x squared. I hate having to write this out, but I don't want to lose marks. Gosh, I'm writing in math. Because I hate this. English wants me to write all this stuff. Move out of my way. Because the wonderful things he does. Minus 10x plus 23. So if we put that and this one as y to the 0.5. Oh my gosh, I'm losing blood flow to my foot. Does this happen? So therefore, because of that, if we know what x equals, which is 5 plus or minus square root 2, then we know that y equals 5 minus square root 2 squared, and then 5 plus square root 2 squared, which means that, oh my god, my hand's cramping. Getting so intense. Oh, we have to put it in forms of that. Oh, that's good because we do have something like that. So this is going to be 25 minus 10 square root 2, 10 times 2, right? No, 10 square root 2, and then plus 2. And then we're going to have 25 plus 10 square root 2 plus 2. Oh god, I bumped the seat. I have to get blood back in my leg. So if we know this is true, let's do some math. Y equals 27 minus 10 square root 2, comma, what does it also equal? 27 plus onion, 1 square root 2. That's it, right? Oh, which means that P equals 27, Q equals negative 10, right? Oh, just gonna go with 10, and R equals, is it 2? That's it, that's part C. We're done. We're moving on, everyone. Number 4. Oh my gosh, my foot. We don't have time to cramp. I got onions in my hair. I really hope I haven't made that many mistakes yet. Each year, Andy pays into a savings scheme. In 1 year, he pays 600 a quid. I don't know why I said it like that. His payments increase by 120 each year so that he pays 720 in year 2, 840 in year 3, so on. Oh, arithmetic sequence. Frick. Find out how much Andy pays in year 10. I could just add these up. All right, so his first year, which I'm going to write as Andy 1, is equal to 600. A2 is equal to 720. So it's going up by 120. I hate doing n-1 type things, so I'm actually going to rewrite this as A1 equals 480. The formula AN equals 480 plus 120 times n, because if n was 1, it would be 600. Yes, so the 10th one, I literally just throw, so A10 equals 480 plus 120 times 10, which is equal to 1200 1680. It's letter A. Okay, we're doing good. Also, by the way, if you haven't seen it before, because a lot of people had in my last video, a multiplication sign around the world in most, civilized societies uses a dot so that you don't get confused with an X in algebra. So if you're unaware, like, where's his multiplication sign? It's right there, Philistine. Anyway, let's move on. Next, Kim starts paying money into different saving schemes at the same time as Andy. In year 1, she pays in 130. So we got K1 equals 130. I like to write stuff down. Our payments increase, so the next one is 210. That's 80 pound increase. So I'll just write K2 equals 210. Oh, but let me write K1, if it's 80, would be equal to 50. So that way I can easily compute without having to do this n-1 nonsense. At the end of year n, Andy has paid in total twice as much money into his savings account. Okay, so this is a total. This is a sum. This is a sum. Sorry, I feel like I stopped reading when I had a meltdown there. The sum of Andy's money is going to be twice as much as the sum of Kim's money. And as far as I'm aware, the sum should be the average of okay, I think it's the average of the first and last term times the number of terms times n. So I'm going to write a formula down. Sum of a to the n from 1 to n, I guess, is going to be equal to the average of A1 plus, there we go, over 2 times n. All right, I wrote that down. What do I get out of this? So there's 2. So, okay. We know, I shouldn't have done this nonsense with we're going to have to do n-1, aren't we? Okay, at the end of the year, Andy has paid twice as what Kim has paid. So his equals 2 Kim. Andy's formula, we know his A1 is, let's just screw that. That was dumb idea. So Andy's is going to be, let's see, 600 plus, move this up a bit, plus his nth term over 2 times the n is going to be equal to 2 times Kim's. And hers is going to be, her original one was what before I mess with it? 130 plus kn over 2 times n. Now it looks like we have an n on both sides, so I think we can cross that out. Let's just do that again. So we have 600 plus an over 2 equals 2. I wanted to keep it over 2, so let's just multiply that. 260 plus 2kn over 2. So we have 600 plus an equals 260 plus 2kn. Way to go! I have 2 variables. I have not done something right. He's paid twice as much. I do not know what I'm doing. Frick dang. Is the 4 on the back? What are you doing over here, sir? Get out of here. I've made a mess. I've made a mess. So I clearly did something wrong with maybe my formula. I'm mismembering it. Mismembering! I want to dismember it. Frick. Find the value of n at the end of year n. I could just do guess, test, and revise, which is a horrible technique, and they'll judge me in the comments. But what if I put in, like, we know 10. I could try 10. Oh, this is such a bad idea, but it's worth 5 points. Okay, so how much is in if it was 10? Let's just do 10. A 10, the sum from like 1 to 10, I can't even remember how I'm doing this, of a to the n is going to be A1, 600, plus a to the 10 is 1680, and we're gonna divide that by 2 and multiply it by 10. This looks easy. 2280 over 2, so 2280 over 2 is just gonna be 1140. And that times 10 is 11400. Okay, so what is k to the n? That's going to be the first one, which is 130. Everyone's cringing at this point. I can't believe I'm doing this technique. What's k to the 10? What is the 10th one? It should be 1... Oh, God, what have I done? 130, and because I'm doing n minus 1 now, it's plus 80. Ah! Okay, let's pretend it was 50 again. So it's going to be 50 plus 10 times the amount, which is 80. So 50 plus 800 is going to be 850. So K10 is going to be, I'm going to say 850. And then we're going to divide it by 2. And then we're going to multiply it by 10. And for this, we're going to be getting 980 over 2. 980 over 2 is 490. 490 times 10 is, oh, look at that. 4900 times 2 equals 9,800. So he's already well past it. So I don't have a lot of time here. It's going to be either 9 or 8. God, I'm wasting so much time. Okay, so I'm going to try for 8. A8. Oh my God, this is where all my time's going to go. A8 is going to be equal to 600 minus 8 times, how many does it go up by? 120. 8 times 120 is 960. So 8 plus 960. Really? We're just going to have to believe this. So 1680 minus 120 is 1560. Wow, my math is getting bad. 1560 over 2 times n, and that's going to be 600 plus that is, I really can't do this. 150 times 9, which is 9,450. You know, I don't think I can do this. I don't want to waste any more time. I'm going to have to guess. Was this 8 I was doing or 9? I was doing 9. I don't know. I'm going to say n equals 9, and for the love of God, I hope I get a point or something. Maybe it's 9, it's 8, it's 7, it's one of these. I can come back to it, maybe if I have time. Figure 1 shows the sketch of a curve with the equation y equals f of x. Why do I like math? I love math. There's no blood flowing in my left foot right now. Figure 1 shows the sketch of a curve with this equation. The curve crosses the y-axis at 0, 4, and crosses the x-axis at 5, 0. The curve has a single turning point at maximum 2, 7. The line with equation y equals 1 is the only asymptote to the curve. The line with the equation y equals 1. Okay, so that's the only part where it doesn't ever touch, but it totally touches there. Either way, whatever. State the coordinates of the turning point on the curve with the equation, oh crap, y, oh we have space here, y equals f of x, so y equals f of x minus 2. Okay, so this is just a basic translation. X is going to be minus 2. So state the coordinates of the turning point, which should be here, but the turning point is at, that's at f equals x. So if f of x equals 7, f of 2 equals 7, then f of, oh God, f of x minus 2, what does that equal? I'm pretty sure it translates it's up or down, right? This is literally the most basic form of math. Your boy is just floundering. It's been a while. It's been a while. I literally, last time I did a lot of intense math was, I need to stop talking. Okay. -2. It's definitely not translating it down because it's like the other way around. So it's going to be like 4,7, or it's going to, yeah, it's not 0,7. Let's just plug it in. Let's just say x was 2. Then it would be f of 0. Correct. So if it's at the turning point, so when x is 4, you're going to be at that curving point because 4 minus 2 equals 2. So therefore, f of 4 minus 2 is going to be equal to 7, which means that it's going to be the coordinates. So a is going to be 4, 7. Box that. I wrote it on a line, right? Whatever that means. Part B, state the solution of the equation f of 2x equals 0. What? So y equals f of x. State the solution to f of 2x equals 0. Oh, we're just looking for where it's 0. Where's y equal to 0? This is the x-axis. So where does it cross? Right here, right here, right here. So this is when y equals 0. We want this to be 0. So 0 equals when x is at 5. So basically equals f of 5. So f of 5 is 0, but it's 2 times x. So 2x equals 5, x equals 2.5. So therefore, oh gosh, my pen! F of, I hate these, I just want to use a pencil. F of 2x equals 0, then x equals 2.5. Final answer, we're going to put that for B. Let's just move on. C, state, that was 1 point. These are all 1 point. State the equation of the asymptote to the curve with the equation, here we go, y equals f of negative x. State the equation of the asymptote to the curve. Okay, so if it's negative x, that means this beautiful curve is gonna look more like this, right? Oh gosh, I'm a really good drawer. It just wants me to find f of negative x. And oh, where would the asymptote be? So if y, f of x equals 1, right? That's an asymptote. So x will never, ever, ever equal 1. So this is basically, it'll never equal 1. And so if it's f of negative x, then f of negative x, is it going to be -1? Is it that simple? No, it's just going to stay 1, right? Quite a pickle I found myself. This is worth 1 point, Evan. This is basic algebra. It doesn't really matter what happens to the x because it's still going to be 1, right? Negative, okay, we're nearly at 30 minutes now. We're halfway there. And I'm at 5, which means they get more difficult. Great. I'm going to assume it's not going to change. I'm going to say, it says, state the equation of the asymptote. So we're going to write C, and I'm going to write, the equation is f of x equals 1. It's still 1. I don't think it's -1. If you flip it, it's still the same. We're gonna have to pray. Correct. I'm gonna have to go with it. I say correct, I don't even know. D, given the line with equation y equals k, where k is a constant, meets the curve at y equals f of x at only 1 point. State the possible values of k. So right off the bat, we know that there's got to be one here because it's literally at 2, 7, right? So it just says the possible values of k. So y equals f of 2, because f of 2 is 7. Oh, it's a line. So if it's a line, we just want it to be y equals 7. As long as it's below 1, it'll also only touch here. So k equals 7, or k equals any values of y when y is less than 1. Oh, because it's y equals k. So k equals values less than 1. It's like less than, or is it, it's an asymptote, so I think it can equal to. K equals, and we'll do one of these fun brackets, 7, comma, I don't know how to write it, I'm being an idiot. I want to say like the real set of numbers, I can draw like a little arrow thing. I'll do that because I'm being really stupid. So k can be 7 or k, or any number less than or equal to 1. All real numbers less than or equal to 1. I can't remember how to write it. I feel like I'm definitely slipping here, but I need to move on. That wasn't worth enough points for me to really care that much. A sequence, gosh, the sequences. A1, A2, A3 is defined by this. A is 4, A1's 4, that's that. Find the values of A2, A3, and A4. Write your answers as simplified fractions. I don't even take any of that in. Oh, my foot's falling asleep again. If A1, we'll write A. If we know that A1 is equal to 4, let's plug that in. So a of n plus 1 is equal to an over an plus 1, which means that a2, which is equal to 1 plus 1, has got to be, the original, which is 4 over 4 plus 1, equals 4 over 5. A3 is equal to the previous one, so 4/5 over 4/5 plus 1, which is going to be, shut up, phone, watch thing, trying to get me in trouble, 4/5 over 9/5, which is equal to 4 over 9. And then let's just move it back over here. A4, it wants me to do A4, is equal to 4/9 over 4/9 plus 1, which is equal to 13, right? So 4/9 over 13/9, which is equal to 4 over 13. All right, so we found those. A2, A3. We're going to box that, and box that. We box. We're boxers. As simplified fractions, they're simple. Given that an is equal to 4 over pn plus q, where p and q are constants, state the value of p and the value of q. An, we're going to write b. An is equal 4 over pn plus q. So it looks like it's 5 plus 4 plus 4. So it's always adding 4, which means that 4 is going to be the p, I'm fairly certain. And it starts at 5. No, it's going to start at 1, right? Equals, let's just try 4 over 4n. If n was 1, it would be... Ooh, my foot's asleep again. Let's bring him back alive. So 4/5, 4/9, 4/13. It's clearly going up by 4 each time. Oh, that's A2. The first one's this one. So this one, it's 4 over 1, and then 4 over 5, and then 4 over 9, and then 4 over 13. And it'll just continue. So basically, it's going to be 4 over 1 plus 4. Oh, to the n minus 1? Is that going to be it? Oh, but you can't do that because it says of n. Oh, God. This is worth 2. I can nail this. I can get this. This is simple stuff, guys. Come on. So I know that p has got to be 4. But if p was 4 and n was 1, then q has got to be negative 4, right? Because it would be 4 times 1 minus... Oh, that'd be divided by 0. Not a fan. Oh, what if it was negative 3? What if it was 4n to negative 3? Well, then... A1 would be equal to 4 over p, which is, I'm saying 4 times 1 minus 3, which is equal to 4 over 1. Perfect. A2 would be equal to 4 over 4 times 2 minus 3. That's going to be equal to 8 minus 3, which is 5. 4/5. Oh my gosh, that's it. All right, so that means, perfect. Given that, state the values of p. So p equals 4, q equals negative 3. A QED. We boxed that stuff. All right. Hence, calculate the value of n such that, so we're going to do part C here. We know that an equals 4 over 321. Well, since we know that an is equal to 4 over pn plus q, 4 minus 3, and we know that an equals 4 over 4n minus 3 equals 4 over 321. I feel like you can just pretend the 4's don't exist and then just go with 4n minus 3 is equal to 321. And then just be all like 4n is equal to 324, and then be like n equals 81. I feel like that's possible, and I feel like it looks pretty good. And I don't want to spend much more time on this. I'm going to come back maybe, but I'm really rushing here. That was worth 2 points. Yep, that's it. I'm going to write a capital N, actually, because I don't want them to be like, you wrote little n. Who's ready for number 7? Evan is... The equation 20x squared equals 4kx minus 13kx squared plus 2, where k is constant, has no real roots. Man, that must be rough. Show that k satisfies the inequality 2k squared plus 13k plus 20 is less than 0. Sorry, come again? So if k is constant and has no real roots, show that k... Oh my god, this is so many points to lose if I can't do this. Let's just bring it all into one side. This is the best I can do. 20x squared minus 4kx minus... Oh, plus 13kx squared minus 2 equals 0. Now let's bunch up some things. We have 20x squared, we have 13, so we have 20x squared, and then we have plus 13kx squared minus 4kx minus 2 equals 0. Also, what does it say? It has to satisfy that it's less than 0. Well, from this we can gather that 20 plus 13k, let's pull that out, times x squared minus 4kx minus 2 equals 0. Oh, I like how I said oh as if I understood what was happening. I don't. Maybe I should just do some factoring. I can't. This k is throwing everything off here. If it has no real roots, do I have to do quadratic equation? Should I write that stuff down? I can do that for find the possible values maybe, but it's no real roots. It has to be less than 0. Oh, why don't we just try and get rid of the x's maybe, and then we can come to this? Is there any k squared? No. There's a k in here and there's a k in there. What if I try and pull that out? 20x squared minus... We're going to write k, take the k out, minus k, and that's 4x, plus 13x squared minus 2 equals 0. So I pulled the k out, and that gives me 20x squared minus k, and then we have 13x squared plus 4x minus 2 equals 0. I wonder if I can factor form this. No, because it has no real roots. This isn't going to be a good one. Nah, this is rough. This is rough. I might have to skip. Oh gosh, I'm going to have to go to number 8. Oh man. A-levels. Basic A-levels, am I right? All right. It's worth 4 points. I should be able to do it. I've literally just been, I had to think. Is there a way of putting it in this form? Getting it into 2k squared plus 13k? Oh, there's a 13. This is, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. 4kx equals 2 squared. What am I trying? I don't know what I'm doing. I really have to skip. I'm going to be honest. I don't have time for this. We're going to have to skip through 7 because it's evil and Satan incarnate made it himself. That's another 7, isn't it? All right, number 8. If I have time, I'll come back. All right, 8. State the gradient, or slope if you're a normal person, of L1. L1 is an equation like that, so that means that, let's move this over. I can't believe I just gave up on one. That's embarrassing. So the gradient, the slope, we have 4y equals 5x plus 12, which means y equals 5/4 x plus 3, and that is the slope. Oh god, the gradient equals 5/4. Yes, correct. Next, B, 1 point. The line L2 is parallel to L1 and passes through the points 12, 5. Which one's L1, L2? So this one passes through 12, 5. Find the equation of L2. Okay, so we know that if it's parallel, it also has the same slope. So L2, we have y equals 5/4 x. But what's the plus? Plus b, we're going to fix this nonsense with the c, plus b. What would the b be? We want to find it when y equals 0. So if it passes through 12, 5, let's just find out what the b is by inputting the numbers. That sounds pretty simple. So it's 12 and 5. So 5 equals 5/4 times 12 plus b. 5 equals 5 times 3 plus b, right? And then that means 5 equals 15 plus b. B equals -10. So therefore, if it says find the equation for L2, then L2, y equals 5/4 x minus 10. And we're going to box that. Wow, I freaking, flying through that now. The line L2 cuts the x-axis at point C, at the point, and the y-axis at point B. Find the coordinates of the point B. All right, so find the coordinates of B. So it crosses the y-axis at B. So that means that x is equal to 0. So x equals 0 for L2 when? Well, why don't we just plug it in? So therefore, y equals 5/4 0 minus 10. So that means y equals -10. So therefore, point B equals 0, -10. Next, part 2 is point C. So point C is y equals 0, right? Yep. So y is going to be equal to 0. So if we put that in, we would know that 0 equals 5/4 x minus 10, 10 equals 5/4 x, and basic math, ya boy, 4/5 of 10 is 8. So 8 equals x, so therefore C equals 8, 0. Bam! Killing it, he says, praying that this is the correct answers. Next up, the line L1 cuts the y-axis at point A. Correct, yeah, duh. The point D lies, oh no, it wants a parallelogram. Find the area. It's only worth 2 points, Evan. What do you want to do with this? All right, so at this point, I'm going to try and draw some lines. Now we have some things. I defined as point A, I believe. So first off, find point A. A is when L1, oh my god. A is when L1 has an x of 0. So x equals 0 for L1 would be y equals 0 minus 10. It's not minus 10, that's this one. Do we know anything about? Oh my god. Oh, C. We know C. What is C? C is 8, 0. All right, we're going to write that down. 8, 0. We also know 0, -10. All right. Which means that this one is obviously 0, something. Useful. We need to find D. So D is going to be 8, something. So the first formula we know of is y equals 5/4 x plus 3. So if y equals 5/4 x plus 3, then we know that we need to find it for 8. Then 5/4 of 8 plus 3 equals 10 plus 13. So 8, 13. I feel like now we might be able to do something. What we can do is find where it is at A. A is when that's 0. So if we have, D equals 8, 13. For A, we know it's equal to 0, something. 0, blank. So we'll figure that out. To figure that out, we know y equals 5/4 x plus 3. And when we put 0 in for x, then y equals 3. So there we go. So now I can actually do this, I believe. We just have to take some measurements. 1/2 base times height. So if this is 0, 3, what's the distance from here to here? Well, that's 8. So 8. What's the distance from here to here? Well, it's 3 to 13, so it's 10. 1/2 BH. 1/2 base times the height. 1/2 the base is going to be 4. No, just do it. 1/2 8 times 10. Let's just do that. 80, 40 equals 40 area of triangle. So this is 40. Next, we know that this distance is going to be 8 because it's there, and that's 3. So then the rectangle area is going to be 8 times 3, 24. 8 times 3 equals 24, and that's the area of that rectangle. Oh my gosh, one more to go. This one is 10 as well. So if this is 10, this is 8. Oh my gosh, 1/2 base. Oh, it's the same. It's a parallelogram. Woo! So 1/2 the base times height is just going to be another 40 for that one. So 40 area of triangle 2. And so therefore, if we want to find the area of the whole thing, it's going to be 80 plus 24, which is 104 equals A, B, C, D. I don't know how to draw the shape. Oh, is there like meters or some stupid stuff? No, just that. 104. Nailed it, I think. Next, please. Thank you. Next. The curve C is the equation y equals x of x, where this is... I just had an aneurysm. Fix the foot. Okay, we got more derivatives. Given that the point P120 lies on C, find f of x. So if that is the derivative, it just wants me to find the integral. So f of x is equal to x minus 3, 3x plus 5, which is equal to 3x squared, 3x squared, negative 9x plus 5 is negative 4x minus 15, correct? Negative 9x, positive 5, that's negative 4, and then we have negative 15, so there he is. So if we want to do f of x equals the derivative of, the integral of this, and given that the point 120 lies on C, on this curve. Oh, so that's to help me find the plus C. So this is going to be, what did this used to be? X cubed minus, that used to be squared, so it's going to be minus 2x squared, and then this one used to be just x, minus 15x plus c. And we know that f of 1 equals 20. So f of 1 equals 20. So therefore, we know we can find the c by saying 20 equals 1 minus 2. And my camera just overheated. I don't know how much of this is still there. Hopefully, all of it. Either way, moving on. B, show that f of x equals this. Okay, so all I have to do is try and find a way to find x minus 3 squared in this. So x minus 3 squared is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 9. So basically, I want to pull that out of this. Oh, I know what we're doing. Some long division for polynomials. That's fun. Plus 36, and we're going to just do one of these. Oh, let's just give it some space. I like to cramp, but here we go. X squared minus 6x plus 9, and we're going into x cubed minus 2x squared minus 15x plus 36. How many times does x squared go into that? Just one time. Multiply through x cubed minus 6x squared plus 9x minus plus minus. So that's going to cancel those out. We have 0. Then we have 4x squared minus 24x plus 36. How many times does x squared go into 4x squared? Well, of course, just 4. So 4 times x squared is going to be 4x squared. 4 times that is going to be 24x. I like the way this is going. Yes. Bing, 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 bing. That is going to be B. So A equals...
I can't connect to the Wi-Fi network.
Google, it is not the time. Shut it up, you. Okay, A equals 4. I've already shown this, so basically, just so I don't lose points on myself, I'm going to write x plus 4, x minus 3 squared, and that's A. It doesn't matter. We're good to go. C. My hand is really starting to cramp. We're almost an hour, a half hour for the last one. Sketch the graph of C. Show, sketching. Boo! Show clearly the coordinates of the points where C cuts or meets the x-axis. All right, so here's where everyone in the comments judges how amazing I am at drawing. Look at that snaky-ass line. All right, there. Looking spindly, if I say so myself. That's actually not too bad. All right, I'm pretty happy. We're doing it for the C. which we know as y equals x cubed minus 2x squared minus 15x plus 36. We also know all the points where it cannot be. It cannot be 3 and it cannot be -4. Right, so gosh, this is a lot of points. I'm gonna have to move this over. Oh, it's on the back. There's just no room to do this. I want this to equal 0. When would this equal 0? So I'll write it here. 0 equals x plus 4, x minus 3 squared. So therefore, when x is -4, y is 0, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a little circle there. And when x is 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a cube though. Oh, which means it only crosses the x-axis twice. That's pretty good to know. Oh, this is, okay, when does it cross the y-axis? So when x equals 0, what would it be? 0 plus 4 would be 4, and then 4 times x minus 3, it would be 0 minus 3, which is -3 squared, which is 9. So it would be 36. So f of 0 equals 36. Sweet. So we're just going to put a line here, and that line's going to be 36. All right. So it definitely goes up through here, down through there. Maybe it curves there. I don't have much time, and I think that might work. What we could do, we know what this is because it's 1, 2, 3. So what's x at 4? When it's 4, we have 8. I'm sorry, when it's at 4, we're going to have 8 times 1. So it's going to be at 8. Let's just put something here and be like 8. Perfect. Which means that it's going to go right back up. Yeah, you know what? We don't have time for this. Ta-da! A magic man. I'm a magic man. We are now moving on to the dreaded number 10, the last one. Figure 3 shows a sketch of the part of the curve C with the equation blah. Y equals 1/2 x plus 27 over x minus 12, given x equals greater than 0. The point A lies on that curve and has the coordinates 3 and -3/2. Show that the equation of the normal to C at A can be written as this. The normal. Well, let's take a derivative, my friends. This is worth 5 points. I'll take it. Y equals 1/2 x plus 27 x to the -1 minus 12. The derivative is going to be 1/2, and then we're going to do minus 27x to the -2. Yes, and so show that the equation of the normal to C at A can be written as that. Well, that looks like it's then y equals 4/10 x minus 27 over 10, which is equal to y equals 2/5 x minus 27 over 10. That's horrible. Why would you make me do that? Maybe I want to find the slope of this. Oh, we already do. The slope is 2/5. 2/5 is equal to 1/2 minus 27 x to the -2. Let's bring that over. 2/5 minus 1/2. 4/10 minus 5/10 is going to be -1/10 is equal to -27 x to the -2. Multiply both by x squared and by 10. So therefore we'll have n by -1. X squared equals, there's a 10 on this side now, just 270, right? Have I just done crazy math? Let's just write that again. 1/10 equals 27 over x squared. Multiply x squared, so then we have x squared over 10 equals 27. Yeah. So therefore, x equals the square root of 270. What am I even doing? Show that the equation of the normal to C. Oh, we forgot that the point A lies on C and has these coordinates. I think we have to plug that in to find something out here. I am struggling. Number 10. Number 10 is hurting me. The next one says the normal to C at A meets C again at point B, shown in figure 3. Use algebra to find the coordinates of B. This is a lot of points. I'm really going to take my time on this. So we know that the derivative looks like that. Oh, so let's just plug that stuff in. If we know that this is equal to 1/2 minus 27 x to the -2, why don't we plug those numbers in, right? The numbers that we have here, which is 3 and -3/2. So f of 3 is equal to -3/2 is equal to, and let's just plug that in. I really hope this works, because we know the formula for that is right here. So 1/2 minus 27, and we know x is now 3 to the -2 power, and this is supposed to be, no, that's not true. We know that this works for your boy, not for your boy's derivative. We want to find the slope. We know that it's basically this. And we know that this is supposed to equal 4/5. Oh, this is supposed to be equal to 4/5. Yes. Okay, we do not have much time. So we know that y equals 4/5 x minus 27. Like we have to show this. And so because of this, we know that this is what we want to get, 4/5 slope. And that means that when we find this derivative here, 1/2 minus 27 x to the negative 2 has got to be equal to 4/5. All right? Oh, that's what we were already doing. No, I was already doing this, wasn't I? 1/2 minus 4/5 is going to be 1/10, as I already did, equals 27 over x squared. Multiply, yeah. Then we get x squared equals 270. So what have I come out of with this? Oh, square root of 270 is equal to square root of 9 times square root of 30. So x is equal to 3 square root 30. That has not helped me. Remember when I thought I was going to do well? No! Okay. I don't know where I'm really going with this. When you put the 3 in, it's 1 over 2. I'm just going to write the same thing over. Minus 27 over 9. That's 3. So 1/2 minus 3. How did I get 4/5 here? Oh, I was solving. Wait, what was I doing? I don't know what's happening. I guess that's why it's number 10. I'm going to write the same thing over and over. Y equals 1/2 minus 27x to the negative 2. If I want to find the slope at A, if I put in 3, so at this exact point, 3 over, what's the slope of my line going to be? 3 times, it would be, yeah, it would be this. 1/2 minus 27 over 9, and that's going to be 1/2 minus 3. Again, I'm just writing the same things. 1/2 minus 3 is minus 6 over 2, right? 1 over 2 minus 6 over 2 is negative 5/2. That's something important. That's the slope of the line. So slope at x equals 3. Ta-da! But I thought the slope was 4/10, which is divide both by 10, 2/5. Oh, that's the reciprocal. It's a normal. It's a normal, which means you take the negative reciprocal to find the normal. Negative reciprocal of slope y is slope normal. I don't even know if that's right. I just know that I remember having to take negative reciprocals to find like the perpendicular, the normal. Either way, which means it's 2/5. So the normal slope is 2 over 5. I got that far. So therefore, y equals 2/5 x plus b. We don't know what the b is. We're going to try and make it so that it's... when I put negative 27 in... Oh, it's right over here. Gosh, I'm so bad at this. Negative 27 over 10. Oh, like that's going to be possible to find. I have to find this to be negative 27 over 10. Oh, the x-intercept. Oh my god. Yes. So if I put x as 0, then it would be... You'd find the y if I knew the y. Oh, we do. We have something 3. Here we go. 3 and negative 3/2, right? So put in it's the normal. So wouldn't it be the opposite? Would it be negative 3/2 and 3? No, it's the same spot because it gets there. Oh, okay. I think I've got this. I'm going to put 3 and negative 3/2 in there. So negative 3/2 equals 2/5 times 3 plus b. That is 6/5. Negative 3/2 equals 6/5 plus b. b equals negative 3/2 minus 6 over 5, which is equal to negative 15 over 10 minus 12 over 10. And we're going to continue on the next page. I think this might come out 27 over 10. 27 over 10. So continuing. Don't judge my English. Oh my god. Therefore, b equals negative 27 over 10. So y equals 2/5 x minus 27 over 10. We'll do 10 times this, which means 10y equals, 10 times that, it's going to be just 4x minus 27 equals... there we go. We did it. I think that's literally it. I've proven it. I've done it. I think I get points for this. something. I get something. I'm gonna get something for this. I have 15 minutes left. GGGGGs. Use algebra to find the coordinates of B. The normal to C at A meets C again at B. Find B. How in the heck? How in the heck? Well, it's a normal, right? And we know that the slope of the normal is 2/5. I'm gonna also try and go back. I have 15 minutes. If I can get some of this done, I'm gonna try and write stuff for 7 to get extra points. Oy, oy, oy. Oy, oy, oy. Not time to sing. Use algebra to find the coordinates of B. I don't need this anymore, do I? It's a point in which the normal is going to intercept this curve, and that means that, oh, we can just set them equal to each other, correct? I think so. So we have y right here, and if we have the normal equaling itself, maybe, maybe we can do this. So let's write y equals 1/2 x plus 27x to the negative 1 minus 12, and that's going to be equal to the normal, right? Wherever this normal may be. And we know the normal, the equation, because we've written it down, y equals 2/5 x minus 27 over 10, right? And this is equal to 2/5 x minus 27 over 10. This is the slope of the normal, and these are equaling each other. So I think if we work together, we can figure this out. Use algebra? Bruh. Is it that simple? Am I supposed to just input some numbers? I think I'm on the right track here. So 1/2 x minus 2/5 x. And then we'll do plus 27 over x. And then we'll throw that on the other side. Equals 27 over 10 plus 12. So am I supposed to do like quadratic equation here? No. No. And so that's going to give me, this is so wrong, 5/10 x minus 4/10 x. So that's x over 10 plus 27 over x equals 27 over 10 plus 12. I don't really want to do that math right now. We're running out of time. What I want to do here is multiply x by everything. So therefore, we're going to have x squared over 10 plus 27 equals, oh God, what have I done? 2.7x. Are you happy? Plus 12x. All right. Oh, let's bring that on the other side. So now we have, 1/10 x squared minus 14.7x plus 27 equals, we're going to set it to 0. And I think if I do some like quadratic equation, because obviously, I think I might be able to do this. So I'm going to go with the negative, which is positive. 14.7. I'm just doing math at this point and hoping that it works. Like most of the time I know what I'm doing, but at this point I'm just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping it works. 14.7 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is, this is without calculator, so that's how I know I've messed up and this is not what I'm supposed to do, minus 4 times 1 over 10 times 27 all over 2 times 1 over 10. What am I doing? Finding roots? What am I doing finding roots? I gotta find when x is equal. Oh, I'm trying to find x. So maybe this will work. 14.7 plus or minus the square root of, I really hate that they're making me do 27, what is this? Minus 4 over 10 times 27. Oh my lord. So 108 over 10 minus 108 over 10. They really don't want me to do this. 14.7 times 14.7. Oh my God, what am I doing? Carry the 1, 5, all right. And we had 2 decimals, so it's 216.09. So 216.09. This is ridiculous. Why am I doing this? Over 2 over 10. And this is 10.8. So that means it's the square root of 206.01. And I'm not able to do that. I'm out. That's it. I'm done with number 10. I was doing crap for too long. I have no clue what I'm doing. Okay, I've got 9 minutes left. I'm going to attempt, I think there was some, I'm just going to write stuff down. What we got? 8, I got that. I think I got that. 8, I was pretty confident about. 7, this is the one where I basically gave up because what the heck. I can't believe I used the full time and I'm struggling here. The equation 20x squared plus equals 4kx minus 13kx squared plus 2, where k is constant, has no real roots. If it has no real roots, that means you can't break it up, which I was trying to do here. There's no point in doing this. You have to do quadratic equation. But what do I quadratic? Show that k satisfies the inequality, blah, blah, blah. If something has no real roots, that means that the thing in the square root has to be negative. The the square root of the determinant. So square root of b squared, is it minus 4ac. Oh god, it stopped recording. And my camera keeps stopping recording. If you didn't know, cameras don't record more than 30 minutes in the EU because otherwise it'd be classified as a camcorder and they'd be taxed, these companies. So they make it so that they can only record 29 minute 59. So I constantly have to get up and turn it off anyway. This is what I've written. It doesn't really do anything for me. It says that I need to show that k satisfies this equation. I just proved the opposite, I think, because when I did all this fun jargon, which is supposed to be less than 0, it's not really helped me out. I wonder if I can plug it into this one. No, honestly, I have no clue. They gave me this, and I have no clue what to do with it. I'm completely baffled. Find the set of possible values for k. You know what? I think we can actually do something with that. Is there another 7? Oh gosh, we don't have much time here. 7, find 7. It says find the possible values of k. So if this is 7b, and we know that 2k squared plus 13k plus 20, oh my gosh, I have no time, is less than 0. Find values for k. All right, what about you? 2k and k minus 10. Oh my god, should I quadratic this? I should quadratic this. This is, maybe. Okay. Negative 13 plus or minus the square root of 13 squared minus 4 times 2 times 20. Oh, I was literally just doing this. I literally BS'd and just threw that over here. I don't know what I'm doing with A, but I know what I'm doing with... I have no clue what's going on here. I'm going to divide by times 2 times 2. Negative 13 plus or minus the square root of 169 minus 160 over 4. Negative 13 plus or minus the square root of 9 over 4. Negative 13 plus or minus 3 over 4. Okay, we have 3 minutes. We'll just finish this up. K equals... Oh, it's less than 0. Don't forget, less than 0 the whole time. It's less than 0, so that's really throwing me for a loop here. Wait. So what does k equal? Negative 13 minus 3 is negative 4, or it could be negative 13 plus 3, which is negative 10, so negative 10 fourths. That's when k equals 0. When is k less than 0? If this whole thing has got to be less than 0, I think I'm just going to give up. I love how I just threw that thing in over here thinking that would work. I was doing my best with whatever this is. I feel like there's something simple I'm missing. I've got a minute. I want to say some prayers, maybe. Wow, this was much harder than the GCSE. Also, it's just that stress of being in a test, man. Why am I talking? I have 50 seconds. That's it. I'm going to call it there. I give up. We're going to have to just... I think at that, it's time I call a brief recess before I go into grading. And I know you might think I'm in the UK right now, but actually, I'm in Funchal, Portugal. Or maybe... Actually, I'm on a ship in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. How did I do it? Well, today's video is sponsored NordVPN. With NordVPN, you can change your browsing location just like that. You're in Madeira, you're in Spain, hey, you're even in France. They've got over 5,000 servers, super secure, super fast. No matter what you want to watch, Netflix, you want to pretend you're in Germany, bam, das ist toll, Alter. And if you can believe it, it's actually currently on offer. You can get 70% off a 3-year plan as long as you use my code nordvpn.com/Evan or code Evan at checkout. Easy to remember. It's me. Helps me out, helps you out. I mean, you're welcome. If you want to watch all those cool German kinky things, I know I do. But yeah, like I said, you ever want to browse the internet from different locations or just increase your online security, sign up to nordvpn.com/Evan and get that off. Thank you, NordVPN, for sponsoring today's video. But without further ado, let's see how I did on that test. All right, so time to grade this. I've got the mark scheme here. Gonna try my best. Let's see. Number 1, Mark 1. I'm calling him Marks, okay? If your name is Mark in the audience, feel loved. If your name is Point, I'm sorry. A equals 2. Correct. 2 squared 3. You boys nailed it. Bam, bam, bosh, bagosh. We got 2 points. Wow, there's lots of different ways of doing this. Don't care. I nailed it in one of these ways. Part 2, 1.167. Well, I have 7/6, and I also have 1.167. Well, I mean, I've got it right. And luckily, because I haven't used a line, all right, I'm good. 1.167. Okay, I'm giving myself this point. I'm going to be a little nice to myself on this one because I've got the right answer. Crucify me in the comments. Nice invigilators don't exist. Let me invigilate all of your tests. Y'all get A stars. I don't even know how many points this is worth. 2 and 3. So we're going to give ourselves 5 points so far. 5. 2x to the 3 halves minus 3 halves x squared plus 4x plus c. Nailed it. We even had the plus c. I'll take that. Anyone know what CAO means? Is this Portuguese? Ciao. Allow that, but not that. I didn't do that, which is good. Ignore spurious integral signs. I've ignored you, sir. I've just gotten myself a beautiful amount of 3 points. Now, how can I get the 4? Find dy dx. 3/2 x to the negative 1/2 minus 6. Nailed it. I have x equals 1/16. What the heck is CSO? Can't stinkin' oscillate. Either way, it looks like I've gotten that one right. So I've gotten all the points possible. That is 7, all right? I lose all the points in the later ones, so we'll be crying a bit later. -5 and -2, so x minus 5 squared minus 2, x minus 5 squared minus 2. That's it, we've gotten the points. That is 2 points. Next up, yes, we quadraticed, and we got to 5 plus or minus the square root of 2. Correct. Mark, point. The answer for C is 27, 10, and 2, right? 27, 10, and 2. Yeah, boy, has just killed it. That's a total of 6 marks. Oh, this is where things start to get... I got 1,680, 1,680. With or without the pound sign, thank Jesus. D equals 80 for Kim. Did you not write 80? I shouldn't have had to, because I'm not... You don't need to. When did it say you have to write 80? I'm not dumb. I can do simple arithmetic. What does B1 mean? I think this is a basic point. You get a point if you do that and you don't do anything else. Whatever. As long as I get the answer right, we get the full marks, right? This is what people said in my GCSE video. So it's n over 2, big ol' thing. I mean, I've written some stuff here, but I don't know if it's correct. They're using n minus 1, but I'm using n because the fact that I was using a different formula. You're right, big brain here. Oh, this is the one where I totally gave up. N equals 18, I was nowhere near it. 20n equals 360. How do you get... I must have done something wrong with the cancellations. I've really botched this. So how many marks did I get? 1, 2, didn't even get the basic mark there. I have this formula just with my own, so I'm going to give myself 1 mark there. This, yet again, I'm going to give myself this extra mark because I do have this. It's just my own version, but I cannot give myself anything for this. I cannot give myself anything for this or anything for this. I've missed 3 of those 5, so that's 2 plus 2. I've only gotten 4 marks. Here's where it all starts to go downhill, my friends. Question 5. 4, 7, 4, 7. Correct. B, 2.5. I have a good memory, and it was 2.5. Next, C, I have 1. Y equals 1. Yeah, boy. K is less than or equal to 1, or K equals 7. I really tried to show this. K equals 7 or numbers less than 1. Less than 1. Yes, I'm giving myself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've gotten these. I know this was a bit ridiculous. I don't know how I couldn't remember to just write that. It's been a while, my friends. It's been a while. A, 4/5, 4/9, 4/13. 4/5, 4/9, 4/13. That's good, correct. B, we need to have 4 and -3. 4 and -3. Sweet! And 81. N equals 81. Yes. Whoa, we have just nailed that. That's 7 points. 7 out of 7. I'm a happy lad. Oh, 7. Good friends. Good friends. B squared minus 4ac equals, and then I could, that would have made a lot more sense if I'd actually, it still doesn't make sense to me. I'm really confused. I have no clue what I'm doing here. You're supposed to just throw in the k's. Attempts to use b squared minus 4ac with that. I'm not going to give myself any points. I attempted to use it. Sure. But I don't think I deserve it, okay? I didn't use it in the right way. So 0 marks for ticket. Bam. I don't get nothing. However, for B, what was the correct answer? -4 is less than K is less than -5/2. K equals -5/2 and -4. Correct. Oh, is this where it ends for me? Choose the inside region. Oh, see, I didn't do that, so I missed 2 of these marks. So out of the 8, I got 2. Destroyed. If I don't pass, do I lose my degree? The correct answer for 8 was 5/4 OE. What does the OE mean? 5/4 OE. I don't know what the OE means. Or Evan. Either way, I get a point. Next, 5/4 x plus c. We use b from the States, and then 5/4 x minus 10. Correct. Mark. Next, we have the answer being 0 or -10. Ah, there it is. 0, -10, and 8 and 0. Mark. I did triangles and a rectangle, and I came out to 104. I got all the points for number 8. I will take that. 9a. The answer comes down to x cubed minus 2x squared minus 15x plus 36 marks. B, for B, I got x plus 4 as the answer. A equals 4. I've even boxed that. My man. 1, 2, 3, 4, -4, 0, 0, 36, and 3. Oh my gosh, we did this. Oh my. Yes. I got a point for that. Oh, this is a mistake. I lose a point. It looks like it comes up here and then comes down. Dang, I don't know how I would have figured that out. That means I lose this mark here. Either way, that's not bad. I'm pretty happy. I lost a mark on number 9. And then, the big kahuna. Numero 10 for my Spanish friends out there. Number 10. 1/2 minus 27 x to the negative 1. Yeah, that's it right there. That's a point. And the negative reciprocal. Thank you. I've got that. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, what happens with 10b? Equate equations to produce an equation just in x or just in y. Do not allow... Oh, I should have just substituted. Oh, wait, I did that. I did that, right? It's all in x. Do not allow what Evan literally wrote. No! Oh, look at that. There was quadraticing, and this scared most people away, I assume, but it did scare me away. I tried. I failed. Do I get a mark? I do. I have this equation, but I lose 1, 2, 3, 4 marks. I am not able to give myself any points for any of the rest of this work. So I got 1, and then I got 5, so that's 6. This not bad. This could be much worse, everyone. All right, total marks for the paper is 75. How many marks did I get? 61! I got 61 marks. 61. 61 out of 75 is equal to what, my friends? Let's multiply both by 4/3. One last problem. 81.3. 81.3! If this was the US, I'd have a C. Ugh. All right. What is that in British terms? I'm going to have to call in an expert. Hey, Noah! So, like, 81.3. I don't know, it's a 1 to 9 or 8.
Oh, I know nothing about the new... No, that's GCSE. No, I got 43% and got a B.
You got 43% and got a B?
Yeah, I'm bad at maths.
No, but how is that a B?
Because it's so hard.
That's insane! Yeah, I got less than half. It's more than passing. A is 62.
Yeah.
What? What? Oh, wait, it's 61 points, not 61%. Because, no, it says A is 62, and I have 61.
Oh. Have you ever got a B in your life?
That's really depressing. I was 1 mark away from I didn't study, so that makes me feel better, but also it doesn't, because I just got a B on my first A level. I couldn't be more sad. You got a 40% and got a B.
That was on GCSE.
Here I get 80%. Okay, whatever that's supposed to mean. Do you guys think you would have done better than me? Hopefully you did. Put me to shame. I've obviously gotten worse because last one I got an A star and this one an 81%. I'll take a B. I think I deserve not an A. It's still a little bit depressing. I'm not happy, Corey. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this fun, riveting exhibit of Evan not being as good as math as he hoped he would be. But I actually had quite a fun time. Taking tests is genuinely stressful. If you were using this to study along, hopefully all my mistakes you were able to pick up and be like, no, you dum-dum. I think that test was as hard as it should have been for someone that elected to choose math to go into college. So I'm not going to say that was too hard or too easy. It was just where it should be. So the fact I got a B, that's all right. Bit rusty, I'm okay with that. If you took an A level, tell me. Did you do better than me? Probably. We'll see. But anyway, thank you very much for watching today's video. And if you'd like, I've got other videos you can watch over here. I make new videos every Sunday, so subscribe and do what you do. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Goodbye. Also, P.S. That A-level C1 test for math was a lot easier than the AP Calculus I took in high school. So AP Calculus exam in the US, maybe a bit harder. Maybe C3 is probably on the same level. Anyway, see you guys next time.